If I was a question, would you be my answer? If I was the music, would you be the dancer?
What's good, everybody? This is another story time, and this is my lovely wife,
Keisha.
and I'm Ricky. And today's story time is gonna be about long distance relationship
And how we made it work.
And my wife is gonna go ahead and start it off. So, wife.
Thank you. So, a year and a half into our relationship, Ricardo's sister decided that she wanted to move. So Ricardo had called me and said, Keish, you know, I have bad news for you. My sister is gonna move. So I was like, well, technically that's not really bad news. Like, you know, we could still see each other. But then he went on to telling me that she wanted to move outside the state. So I was like, hold on, pump the brakes, full stop. What? Like, everything was going so good between, you know, him and I. So when he said that, I was like, what? Like, that, how is that gonna work? Like, if you move out of state, that means you're gonna be far away from me. You know, I've never done a long distance relationship, and he never did one neither. So I was like, how is that gonna work? We're not gonna see each other. So all we're gonna have to do is just talk on the phone and just write letters and stuff. So technically that's what we ended up doing. We always spoke on the phone with each other. He wrote me at the time this not Facebook, MySpace was what was popping back then. So yeah, we weren't able to do like video call like how we can do it now and stuff. I mean, they had Skype, but I don't think we never used Skype or anything like that.
We just used the MySpace Messenger, right, and email and on the phone,
right? But
mostly on the phone, texting and stuff like that,
right?
But I mean, that was pretty much the communication line.
Yeah,
right there.
That was about it. So, but anyways, so we did the long distance for like how long?
I don't know.
Like 2 years.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, we did the long distance for like 2 years, and it was tough, but you know, we had a goal, and that goal was staying together. Whatever we had to do, we did it to stay together. Even if we had to talk on the phone like for hours, then that's what we would do. If we had to, you know, write each other lovey-dovey things, then that's what we do, because our goal was to be together no matter what. So after a while, you know, it started to get a little difficult for Ricardo. Technically not for me, because I know
hey, listen, it started getting difficult because before moving up, you know, her parents and, you know, and Keisha was saying, oh, okay, they're gonna move up to Georgia one day or something, or soon. And I always kept, once I moved away, I always kept saying like, okay, when y'all coming up? Y'all moving? When y'all moving up? And you know, I was really trying, you know, to wait it out and stuff like that. But you know how, like, you know, us men are, and you know, emotions and stuff like that. But I mean, you know, I tried my best. But you know, every time I check, you know, a year passed by, another year passed by, and I'm like, y'all not even here yet. And you know, I just felt like it was just, you know, I don't know, it just like, you know, a lie. So it was like, eventually just gets to you, and then, you know, just things just started kind of rolling downhill, I guess. And because I had like, what, 3 more years of school or high school,
yeah,
which was not bad, but then, you know, I had to figure out my own stuff. And then even after high school, I started college up there. So it was like, I don't know.
Yeah, so it was a bit rocky. It started off good, but as it, you know, went on, it became a little bit rocky for him. Well, not so for me, because in my mind, I knew that he's the guy that I wanted to be with for the rest of my life, no matter what. So I never spoke to any guy in that way. Any guy that I did have conversation with, they were always friends and stuff. Like, you know, I never got into a relationship with another guy. I never looked at another guy like that, because it was always him, because I'm like, I want to be with him, you know, I want to marry him. So whatever I had to do in order to stay loyal and, you know, for him, then that's what I did. But for him, it was kind of different, because you know, it started to get to him. So with it be getting to him, not seeing me, and you know, all we did was just talk on the phone.
Hey, listen,
and, you know, send each other things.
Listen, I did not mind all of that. You know, I was cool. You know, play my little basketball and whatever. Go to school, come home. I was good and talking on the phone or whatever. But the thing is, like, after that summer, and I started school at like the first week, and you know, like, I don't know, you know, females started coming at me, so it was just like, and I'm not trying to brag or anything, but there was this one female that was like persistent, like very persistent, and that's when I really found out that women are very persistent. Like if they want something, they really gonna try to get it. But like I kept shutting it down over and over, even to the point where like I was in class and like we didn't get to finish like a little class group project or whatever. So the teacher was like, "Oh, y'all exchange numbers and y'all finish it over the phone." So that was her way to just slide right in and be like, "Oh, boom." And then that's when everybody exchanged numbers and we exchanged numbers. Then at the end of the day, you know, I went home that night and she ended up calling me and I was just like, I was being so awkward, and then I just got off the phone. But I mean, long story short, I still kept chopping it off and saying no. Like, I got a girl in Florida or whatever, and doing this long distance, and I'm trying to stick with it. And you know, the next day at school, like maybe like a week later, next day at school, after she even said stuff like that, she was like, "Listen, man, I threw all my game at you. And I know I got game, and I threw everything at you, and you did not budge and stuff. So she's gonna call it quit." And I was like, I mean, it is what it is. But then there was many more females after that, and you know, then that's when it really started going downhill. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Because then you got your homeboys, and they're like, "Rick, bro, like really, you gonna pass that up?" And I'm like, "Yo, chill, leave me alone, man." That's like killing me, man. But you know, that's why it started really going downhill. And you start getting peer pressure from, you know, not only females coming at you or whatever, but you know, from your peers that you hang out with, play ball with. And you know, that's where guys really probably start to mess up because of their peers. And you just gotta be strong. You know, at the time I didn't really understand the whole, you know, if she's 100 with me and I'm 100, then everything can be that full percent. But I didn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? She give her all and I give her my all, then you know, everything be all right. And which I was doing, but you know, it's just like one of those balance things. When something just start out, you know, weighing more than the other, it just eventually just like it breaks or whatever. So continue, because I'm going on a rant.
Yeah, so what he's trying to say, that we eventually just went and took a break from each other for a while just to figure things out and stuff. Well, mostly for him, so he can just figure it out, and whatever he was going through, like, you know, how he can handle it and be a better person, and also stay a loyal person to me as well and stuff. So we took a break for a while, and you know, something had transpired within, you know, while we were taking a break. I won't go into it, but it had caused us to kind of like break up from each other. So we did that, and we were probably broken up for like a year or so, probably like a year and a half the most and stuff. And you know, I didn't get back into a relationship until like probably a year after, and then I had met someone else. He was doing his own thing and stuff, but I always knew that deep down in my heart that, you know, no matter who I'm dating, whenever he comes back, I will leave them in a heartbeat. Like, it sounds so bad, but I mean, in a way it's not, because he was always my heart. Like, my heart belonged to him. And I did tell the person that I had ended up dating, that, you know, I still love this guy. So if, you know, he does come back to Florida, then, you know, don't be surprised if I was to leave you and go to him, because he has my heart at all time. And, you know, no matter what had happened that caused us to, you know, break up from each other, you know, I forgave him, and, you know, I moved on, and I understood that, you know, people do make mistakes, and because of the circumstances that we were in, it was bound for a mistake to happen. And, you know, the goodness outweighed the bad. So it was like, you know, why am I just gonna just leave it all because, you know, something like that happened? And I was like, no, it makes no sense. So I decided to just, you know, my heart decided to just stay with him no matter what and stuff. And, you know, he eventually came back to Florida, and then when he came back down, I wasn't dating the guy anymore. We had broken up and stuff. So when he came down, it was like a perfect time to get back with him. But we didn't really rush anything. We kind of just waited for a little bit, and then we, you know, kind of rekindled our friendship and, you know, our relationship, and build it up a little bit until, you know, we're more comfortable and in being a couple again and dating back each other and stuff. So there was a little, you know, there was little bumps along the way, and obstacles that we had to get through and stuff to make it work. But you know what? I'm happy because we are here now. We are happily married. We have 2 beautiful boys, so I can't complain. But, you know, whatever obstacles that we did go through, it made us, you know, stronger as a couple.
Would you be the preacher? Would you be my? It's the done, the done, done. I still got a lot of shit to learn.